There's something different and refreshing on the horizon for the Blue Ridge Baptist Association, something you will not want to miss. My name is Joe Knight, and I was born and raised in an overtly Christian home in northeastern Ohio, where I took my first position as a regular church pianist at age 11 and my first paid position as a music director at age 15. Paid position, mind you, a whopping $25 a week. Also at 15, I began studying classical piano at the University of Akron. All of this started me on a trajectory toward a lifetime of full-time Christian service, first with my own Southern Gospel Quartet, and then on to a career as a worship leader, youth pastor, and senior pastor. After stints at several local churches, including High Street Baptist Church in Springfield for 8 years, I moved to Greenville, Texas to take a position at Family Fellowship. Hey, I can stay anywhere for a year, right? 21 years later, I left to begin my own ministry. After losing our 22-year-old son to cancer while studying for the ministry in his third year at Criswell College, my wife and I founded Night Song Ministries to share Matt's incredible story of hope. That journey first brought me to the North Carolina area on several occasions, including at a handful of your associational churches. It was here that I met Dennis Love. For the past 3 years, in addition to our ministry, including conferences around the United States, I have served our association as the Associate Director of Mission. This year, my boss, Dr. Jim Gatliff, challenged us to a philosophical change, to minister and encourage our 82 churches even more directly through our pastors. That, in addition to hearing some of your stories over the past year, encouraged me to do the same with our ministry. So last year, I contacted Dennis to discover if there might be an opportunity to be a blessing to the Blue Ridge Baptist Association churches as well. We decided on a couple of weeks in mid-September of this year. Here's what I believe we can offer. I would like to present a 3-hour abbreviated version of my Worship Leader Intensive entitled Know Your Audience. That would be for you, pastors, and your worship leaders. This is both a practical and a philosophical approach to worship, soon to be a book and workbook of the same title. This would be offered on Saturday morning, September 13th. My wife and I would also like to offer, along with our ministry partners Doug and BJ Jensen, a one-day grief intensive on Saturday, September 20th from our R2R conference agendas. This could cover several topics and would be targeted at the hurting folks in your church. This could be a half-day 3 or a full-day 6-hour experience. In addition, I'm already scheduled for a solo appearance at one of your churches on Sunday morning, September 14th. I could do Wednesday the 17th and Sunday morning the 21st. We're also working with some of your churches in other practical areas as well. Then on Sunday evening, September 21st, I want to do a closing rally type experience. This would be an opportunity to reach to your entire community and includes a clear presentation of the gospel. Our son, Joe Jr., is a Berklee College of Music grad and a full-time worship pastor, and quite possibly one of the most talented guitarists and vocalists you will ever hear in person. I'm planning to bring him and his band with us as well, so we can enjoy a live worship experience. In addition, there will be media support, and Doug and BJ will add one of their hilarious sketches, song signing, and powerful talks.
Maybe this is one of those times you're just going to have to suck it up and put on your big boy britches and deal with it.
I think you're right. How about you? You packing?
Yep, got my big girl britches.
Well, now we can deal with anything.
Music will be presented in a genuine blended format. Contemporary worship, traditional hymns, and even a Southern gospel tune presented by one of the finest first tenors you will ever hear. This evening will be full of worship and hope, and there will be even more surprises that I won't mention here, all compacted into a fast-paced 90-minute worship experience. And all of this is designed to be an encouragement to your churches and to you, the pastors of the Blue Ridge Baptist Association. And what will all of this cost? Absolutely nothing. We will not be receiving anything financially from your association, nor any love offerings of any description from your churches. This will be funded entirely by our friends through our ministries. I would ask only that you would be willing to make these opportunities available to your people and then bring them to the closing rally. There are some other ways you can be involved to make these 2 weekends more effective. Dennis can share those with you. I know it's difficult to support something like this when there are so many uncertainties. But to make sure that musicality is not one of them, I'm closing this video with my piano solo piece from one of these rallies. As you watch and listen to this, imagine a room full of hurting and lost people, ministered to by people who understand and regularly deal with loss, telling the story of someone else who experienced a great loss. And perhaps you could begin to see your way clear to embrace this major effort. Remain standing with me one more minute. I know you know this song. I wish you'd sing it with me. When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my lot, thou hast taught me to say, it is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. It is well with my soul. Thank you so much, and please be seated.